We're going to start. Do you see a red button? Okay, we're recording.
Okay.
I'm making you guys little because I'm distracted. Here, we'll make it big. Okay. I know you guys, you can probably see the next slide, right? There. Okay. First off, we just want to thank you guys for getting on this call and taking time out of your night to be here with us. I'm Jenny, and then Jenna is also on here hosting as well with me. And we're just going to go through this. We're going to go really super fast and simple through what we do and have been doing. I've been doing this Shred 10 for the last, oh my gosh, like 2 years. And then I actually just finished a hiatus where I decided to do 120 days of it. But what we love about it is that you shred it, you live it, and you share it. And you do it for 10 days a month. And you start the Monday of every month and do it for 10 days. And what's cool, there's a lot of guidelines. We'll go through all that here in a little bit, but there's a lot of guidelines around it. But I know that in my group, you don't have to do everything. It's kind of like a good, better, best. You do everything, you get the best results. But if you know your personality and you know that doing everything all at once, you're not going to succeed, that's okay. Then don't do that. We really encourage people to make simple changes that create habits and then become lifestyle changes. And we want them to be lifestyle changes. We don't want this to be like a fad diet because that's not what it is. It is truly a lifestyle. So I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next slide and let Jenna take away.
So there are 2 trends that are happening in the world right now. And it's hard to eat enough fruits and veggies, right? We think we're getting enough and we're actually not, because the food that is being grown in our world is just not as nutritionally dense as it used to be.
True. Oh, well, let me go next. There we go. Okay. And then just one of those things that's also changing in the world today is environmental toxins are increasing. And I love this picture. And it's kind of depressing at the same time, but it really brings it home for us. Like, I know people say toxins, and a lot of people are like, what are toxins? Like right now, the waves that we're getting from this computer is toxins. The lights are toxins. My cell phone sitting next to me, toxins. Gosh, even just the air I'm breathing. There's toxins in pretty much everything that we do, and there's no way for us to completely get rid of toxins and avoid them. It's just not possible.
Right. Okay, so this is kind of what I was talking before, but it shows a little bit more. There's a lot more things in our food than we realize. And this was kind of scary to me when I first started shredding, looking at the list of restrictions and actually looking at the food we were eating. You know, a lot of our food has preservatives, it has dyes, it has artificial ingredients, it has the natural flavors and things like that. And the food just isn't as quality as it used to be. Like, we're not growing the food in our garden and harvesting it and eating it vine ripened. Now we're going to the grocery store. I was talking to my kids the other day about where bananas come from, and I said, if we were back in the day, you know, we would never have even tasted a banana before, because they are not naturally grown in Western New York. And so we just don't get as good of food as we need for our bodies.
I want to add just like a little piece to that too. I do a nutrition talk, back to the basics, and I share a little blurb where the apple that my grandma ate, like 80, 90, 100 years ago, to have the same nutrient value in that apple, I have to eat 50 of those apples today just to get one. I mean, that just shows it. That goes right along with what you were just saying. Oh my gosh, I love this.
I know. This is like my favorite slide. So, I never knew this before.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
And I make it like super simple. Dieting or over exercising. Okay, so this first little picture here is dieting. I know a lot of us, it's hard to know like what to eat, right? And it's hard to know because like last week we're being told one thing, and then today we're being told one thing, and then tomorrow it's completely different. It's like, what the heck am I supposed to eat? Like, what is going on? And
right.
We all go through like these fad diets, right? Because we hear about stuff like keto's the new thing now, and I'm not even going to get on that, but you know, there was Atkins, there's Weight Watchers, there's like 45 million different things out there. But what happens is we get on these fad diets and we don't make them lifestyles and we don't stick with them is that top picture. Like you store everything in the first one, right? And then you're dieting and exercise without proper nutrition, because a lot of us think that if we exercise, that's the answer. And a lot of think if we eat nutritionally, that's the answer. And people think really focus on just those two, but now there's a whole world of like self-care and sleep and other things that really play a role in this. But we're going to focus on the dieting and exercise. And if you're overdoing it and not fueling your body properly or allowing your body to repair properly, you get that middle picture. You're burning the fat, but it's exposing your vital organs to the toxins that we were just talking about. And you feel worse. And then you end up and then you end up at the end. You have like the self-protection because your body is inflamed, because your body just freaked out with whatever you did with it because it's not natural to it. And then that last picture happens where you have a lot of inflammation and you end up building back up. Or like roller coaster diets, you hear people, oh my gosh, in so many days I lost this much. And then they don't do that forever, right? Because it's not sustainable. And then what happens? They gain what they lost back and then some. And that's, oh my gosh, I'll let Jenna explain the next picture, but I love it. Cleansing.
There it is. It took a minute for it to show up on mine. So this was so powerful. Like Jenny was saying, I have like had this problem my whole life where like you exercise and you expect to get healthier and then it rebounds. And so this is so much different because we're actually cleansing at the same time. And it's not a scary cleanse. Like I think there's a lot of cleanses out there like juice cleanses and water cleanses and cleanses that really scare you. If you tell your mother, she'll be like, don't do that. This is not like that. It's different. So you can see in the picture when your body takes in those impurities, like the toxins that are just in the air all around us, in our food, the fat like builds up around those, right? To protect your body from absorbing it into your vital organ. What we're doing in the shred is we're actually shredding the fat, which is then pulling the toxins out of the body instead of releasing them into our body, right? So we're cleansing them, we're shedding them out of our bodies, and then as you can see, the last picture is way happier than the picture above. He's like, yes, because you feel so much better, right? You've lost a lot of the inflammation. Your body has cleansed out the fat, because we're going to tell you how to do that in just a minute. It's really so much easier than I ever thought it was. But your body in the end feels so much better because you're building your lean muscle. You're getting all those toxins out of your body and they're not being released into your body. So you're not going to have the rebound like you had in the picture above.
I love it. And then this is just a really pretty picture. This is a simple way to get 45 whole foods into your diet every day, like into your diet, my diet, all of us. It's recommended we eat 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. Everyone take your right fist, raise it up. That is 1 serving of fruit and vegetables. And we are supposed to be eating 9 to 13 of that. That's impossible. And then you're going to, I run into people who are like, well, I eat that. And that's awesome. But look at this colorful picture. Look at the variety on here. Like, it's really hard, I know, in Ohio to get like a lot of this stuff year round. Right. And by the way, I don't even like beets. They're on there. So I'm like, oh, I'm getting those every day because of the Juice Plus, the whole food concentrate capsules. All of this stuff is in those beautiful capsules right there and in the shakes. You have your micro and your macronutrients, which we all need hand in hand to help with recovery and repair and fueling our bodies properly. And I just love this colorful picture.
And because like I think there's fruits and vegetables on this picture that I didn't even realize like fully existed. I never ate a blackcurrant. I bought an artichoke. This is a real story. I bought an artichoke like a month ago, like 3 of them, thinking I'm gonna do like that cool artichoke video that I saw on YouTube or something. It sat in my fridge for a month. And we all know that probably shouldn't be eaten after a month. And so like this is the best because I don't have to worry about the weird fruits and vegetables I don't know how to cook or can't source, right? You get them every day and it's the whole rainbow. It's not just an apple every day.
Yeah. And then it's the whole, like the whole apple. It's the skin
yeah, exactly.
the seeds, which I don't know about you, but I'm not eating seeds.
No, and the whole orange, because the peel, like all of those like powerful nutrients are in the peel of the orange, and we take that off just to eat the juice. So we're missing out on so much
80%
that we get here. Yes.
80% of the vitamin C is in the peel.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
I'm not chewing an orange peel. It's not gonna happen.
Nope.
So how often do you usually eat? I don't know about you guys, but this was a really important picture for me as well, because I never understood what was going on to my blood glucose level after I would eat. So what it shows you here is there's high glycemic foods, which are like your really simple carbs, like your regular pasta, your crackers, your chips, your cookies, things that your body breaks down really quickly, so your blood sugar spikes and then your blood sugar bottoms out. And this would happen to me at work all the time. I'd have a sandwich for lunch, and then I would just plummet and fall asleep during meetings at the hospital I used to work at. That was like a real thing, and I could not understand why, because everybody ate sandwiches for lunch. I didn't understand that my body was digesting the carbs so quickly that it just bottomed out. It wasn't sustaining me. And so, as you can see, like the low glycemic food or like the low carb food, the same thing can happen where you're under your zone of willpower. So actually like you bottom out, and your body then causes a reaction. So it like just eat whatever you can get in your body to bring your blood sugar level back to normal. So what this is telling us right here is when we have the complete shakes that you saw in the picture before, it keeps your body, it's a low glycemic food because it's high in fiber, which means your body can digest it and keep it in that zone of willpower, which allows your body to stay sustained and allows your blood sugar to stay on more of a stable level, so you don't get those peaks and valleys that you are constantly rebounding from. And it gives you a lot more energy as a result of that.
Totally.
Awesome.
And then this is just more about the shakes, what she was just saying. They are low glycemic, and it does help to stabilize blood sugar levels. I know they are like my saving grace, and they have been for 4 years. They're vegan and they're non-GMO. They're gluten and dairy free. They're plant-based protein, which also I like because this is a secret that I share occasionally. I hate salad. What? Yeah, it's true. I hate salad, but I am getting 15 different plants, one that I'm not ever going to eat, in a freaking shake. So if I can drink it, I'm going to. And then it's a powerful prebiotic fiber, and I'm not even going to. And oligosaccharides.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. I love them.
So like it says on the slide, they're a healthy breakfast. We had them for breakfast this morning. They're a pre or post-workout drink, which is awesome for recovery or energy before your workout. And I love them as an afternoon snack because I don't know about you guys, I'm a mom of 4. I have a very, like 3 o'clock hits and I either want chocolate or a cup of coffee. And so what I'll do instead is whip up a shake, and it gives me energy to sustain through the rest of the day without having to worry about like that sugar caffeine intake. And the other nice thing I like about the shakes is that they're healthy for anybody. They're healthy for your kids to drink. They're healthy for you if you're pregnant. They're healthy for you right now. They're healthy for your grandma to drink. Like, it's not something that has a warning label on it that says, you know, don't consume if you're this, this, and this. It's safe for anybody because it's just food.
I love it. And they have that hunky guy drinking it. He looks happy.
I know, right? The muscles. Give me those muscles.
And then this is our newest awesome thing, product. It's the Omega Blend. It's Omega, you know, is fatty acids, and it supports a broad array of health benefits, especially heart, brain, joint, skin, and eyes. And I think I've been taking it since, oh my goodness, it's Omega 3, 6,
5,
what is
7.
it? 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9.
Yes, yes.
And it's 100% plant-based, whole food nutrition. Oh gosh, it's cold pressed, it's vegetarian. Here is what I didn't know, and I recently found out like in July about it. So I've been taking this since April, oh my gosh, of I think a year.
Yeah.
So, of last year. Anyways, it's been amazing for me. But did you know, so I was taking a fish oil, as a lot of us, you know, grew up or thinking that we should be taking. And 1, you get the fish burps, freaking disgusting.
Sure.
2, the only reason fish have omegas, wait for it, is because they eat algae. It's from the plants. I didn't know that for the longest time. And even when this omega came out, people were talking about, we took the middle fish out, and I didn't get it. I was like, what do you mean you took the middle fish out? And then I heard a doctor speak about these amazing omegas in July, and she explained what that meant, because I don't know, my brain was just like, I don't get it, I can't wrap around it. But fish don't have omegas in them unless they eat the food they eat. So we don't eat the fish, we went straight to the plants. Who would have thought? It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's more sustainable too, because you're not killing a bunch of fish for the oil.
Right.
And I love about these is that you, again, like I have 4 kids, right? So my daughter, who's the youngest, is 18 months. I can clip the capsule and squeeze it on her tongue, and she still likes it. It doesn't taste like fish. It doesn't taste weird.
Right.
And,
it has like a creamsicle vanilla flavor to it.
Yeah, it's like an orangey. It's a fun orangey flavor.
It's good.
Yes.
Good for facials too.
Also good for facials because it's anti-inflammatory. That helps with your wrinkles, and I actually was going to put some on tonight. So, so basically, in a nutshell, what the shred is that just you're shredding the food, the toxins, and the habits that don't serve you and they don't serve your body. And we shred it, like Jenny said, for the first 10 days of the month. Then we live it, and then we talk about it to other people, and people ask about what we're doing because of the results they see. And so, is this our time that we can share a little bit?
Yeah.
I want to invite Jenny Lee. Do you want to go first?
Here, I can unmute her.
Or if you want us to go first, you just let me know.
Oh. Am I here?
Yeah, you're here. Do you want to share a little bit about your shed story?
Sure.
Okay.
When did I'm trying to think of when we did I did my first shred.
Is it like 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. What I really liked is somebody who's done a couple of Whole30s. I really enjoyed the fact that it was 10 days and not as much of a commitment. Like a full 30 days feels impossible. Mm-hmm. And, so having it be 10 days was really nice. That was a good change for me. Having the option of shakes was nice. As a meal replacement or a snack, that was really nice and convenient. And I lost 4 pounds. And the thing about it is, even though I haven't done a full like hardcore one, like my first one was like amazing, and then I've been kind of like doing one, and then I like kind of mess it up, and then kind of go back on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but the 4 pounds that I lost, I haven't gained it back yet because it's not one of those things where like you stop doing it and then you're just gonna gain all of your weight back.
Right.
So I appreciated that very much. Like I haven't like lost anything else just because I haven't made a full effort to like, really stick to anything, but I didn't like gain the 4 pounds back, which was really nice. I'm trying to think anything else, like the better sleep, nice having the capsules to get those veggies in. Mm-hmm. And yeah, no, it was a really good experience, and I'll definitely be continuing to do them, especially when I feel like I need a reset.
Yay. And that's awesome. Like, I really appreciate you coming on and sharing a little bit about your story, especially since you it's a recent thing for you. But I think it's amazing that you can pick and choose and know when your body needs it. Like you said, like, when you're ready to hop back on and you have everything you need and you know how to do it, and your body's responding to it, which is So a little bit, I want to share a little bit. Actually, Jenny, why don't you go? Do you want to share a little of your story?
Yeah. So I've been doing, like I mentioned a little earlier, I've been doing it every month for the last 2 years, like January of 2 years ago. And what I loved about the 10 days is exactly what she just said. Like, when your body needs it and when you want it. And at first I thought it was impossible to cut. I love cheese. So I thought it was impossible to cut all that stuff out. But what I found is that doing the shred has opened up my creativity and allowed me to get creative in the kitchen. Like with the complete powders, oh my gosh, I make cookies, I make breads, brownies, I use it as a pie crust, I use it for everything. And before that, I had no interest in cooking. And I love it because what my brain did initially when this shred came out, before it was called the Transform 30, what my brain wanted to do was shut it completely off. I went into trainer mode. I grew up playing soccer, college soccer. So for me, like a cleanse or something like that was chicken, rice and a vegetable, chicken, rice, and a vegetable. Very boring and very blah. And so when any of these kind of programs would come out, at first I was turned off, completely turned off. And I'm like, I'm not going into that. But what I love about it is it's not like that at all. And I was able to be more creative. I have more sleep. In June, I went crazy for my birthday month, fell off course. Like I still eat Reese cups. I still have a sip of pop here and there. I still drink sugary alcoholic beverages. In June, I went overboard and I noticed my mood changing. I became really moody, really irritable. I was really inflamed. So I decided to do a 120-day shred because it's food. We can do it every day, all day long if we want. And I had the most amazing results from that. And I'm actually doing it again in January. Because I noticed what artificial flavoring and coloring and processed sugars does to me, especially with my blood clotting disorder. It's not good. It's not good.
No, and like, I don't think what I loved about this the first time I did it is I didn't realize what I was eating and the options that I could switch out that made my body feel so much better. So I think it was really cool because they give you a cookbook, they give you a shred guide. Like, we have this community that you can brainstorm with and like talk about, okay, we can't have dairy, so what do we substitute? How do we change things? And it's, like you said, Jenny, it's opened up like a whole new way of looking at food for me and my family. And I'm raising 4 little girls, right? I struggled with eating, with a relationship with food going up through my teenage and college years, and food was either good or bad to me. And now it's totally different. Like, food serves your body and it fuels your body, or it doesn't. And I get to choose what I'm putting into my body. And the other thing I loved about what the shred has done is it's allowed me to understand how my body digests things. Like, everybody is different. We're all made up differently. We're all going to process things differently. Like, my husband can have dairy and tolerate it. I cannot. Like, my body just doesn't tolerate it well. It causes me to have like mood swings and bloating and things like that. Same for the kids. Like, their bodies are different. And the shred has just allowed us to see how we feel the best and how we feel our body the best way. And so I've been doing a shred probably for a full year, if not more than that, consistently every month. And even the month of August, I did it for a full 30 days and incorporated the exercise into it. And I could not believe how much my body shredded the toxins. Like, it was to see like a before and after picture. People were like, what are you doing? It's an incredible intense exercise. And I was like, actually, I'm doing like 5 minutes of squats and maybe some push-ups, but I'm shredding for 30 days. And like, so the amount of inflammation that's reduced in your body is incredible. And I have kept off the amount of all of the inflammation that I lost over the last year after having our 4th child also. I have kept it off and I feel amazing in my clothes. And it's not something that I have to worry about like yo-yoing back, right? Like, I don't have to just eat chicken and broccoli for the rest of my life. Like, we can eat amazing, delicious protein balls that we make. We have a protein ball group that's going on and it's so fun. We're taking like every cookie recipe and switching it into a protein ball. And it's just so much fun, and the kids can have it too, and it's not giving them the artificial dye. Like, for one of our daughters, it just makes her feel crazy. She said, Mom, my brain hurts when she has the red dye 40. And I was looking it up, and when I would eat it, it made me feel crazy. So it's just been amazing to see how food affects your body, and allowing yourself the freedom to actually listen to your body and make the changes that it needs.
I love it. Thanks for sharing.
Like, it's so passionate.
Well, I can't. Somebody just got on, so I was going to try to mute him, but okay. So I have to move this thing that's in my way. So to get started, you follow these guidelines for 10 days. And as I was saying, like, it's a good, better, best thing. If you can try to follow these things, that's awesome. But I have people, some people can't, or they're just choosing not to follow all these things, and that's okay too. But as long as they pick, something in here and they stay consistent with it, and then the next shred, they add something on top of it, I think people find really good results in that too. But so here's what we want you to do. We want you to add more real food. The Juice Plus Trio capsules, which is your fruits, your veggies, and your berries. 2 complete shakes a day. Helps, with the blood sugar levels. Plenty of water, I like to get a little more specific. at least half your body weight in ounces of water every day. If you're working out, you're going to need a little more. Sleep 7 to 8 hours. Sleep is huge. A lot of people brag because I'm still working and operating on 4 hours of sleep. Well, when we sleep, that's when our body actually has time to cleanse and repair itself. So it's really, really important. And exercise most days. And exercise could be what Jenna just said, her simple exercise routine. It wasn't too intense or crazy. I do Orange Theory Fitness because I'm crazy. I need it mentally. If I don't have it, it's not good for anybody around. But it could be anything. And then there's a website that we can give out to people. It's for free. There's cookbooks on there for free. And there's in-home workouts on there.
Yeah, and they're
Yoga,
so good.
HIIT stuff, tons of stuff. So we have a lot of resources. But you're going to want to eliminate gluten, dairy, a lot of inflammation building, things in our body, caffeine, alcohol, processed foods, artificial and refined sugars, and then eating after 6 p.m. Some people just can't do that. We can talk about you more specifically about that. As long as you're getting a natural fast, we don't do the intermittent fasting, right, that you're seeing around there, but our body naturally knows how to fast on its own. It's kind of like when the sun goes down, that's when you stop eating. And then when the sun comes up, then you start eating again. And it's like a 14-hour period. And when you do that, your body starts to cleanse on its own, like it was created to do. Our bodies are so super powerful if we just really feed it the way it wants to be fed.
Right. So like we are kind of telling you in the story, so some of the results that we've seen are craving more fruits and veggies, healthier weight, better workout recovery. Like you don't have this soreness where you can't walk 2 days after you do an intense workout. That's a real thing. Better sleep, better energy. Like I cannot even tell you, it's so much better energy, healthier hair, skin, and nails, improved regularity, because we know we need that in our lives. And for kids too. Like this applies for kids too, because sometimes they have a hard time pooping, and this is important. And increased mental clarity. I can totally vouch for that. Sometimes when you just start taking some of that stuff out, your brain, the fog is lifting, and it's like you can just focus so much better.
It's amazing. Woo! That's a fun one. So so there's a lot of people that like research. There you go. I'm not going to read all of these things, but and this slide needs to be totally updated. I was just at a conference and it says over here we're with over 30 published. I mean, I guess that still makes sense. We have what do you say?
38.
We have 38 published studies in scientific research journals, which is pretty phenomenal because I don't know if you know this, 1% or less of the stuff in your GNC, which I was a huge GNC person. I walked in there and I bought B12, B6, like everything, because I just didn't know what I know now. And less than 1% of supplements out there actually have research. That boggles me. That just boggles me. But our product has research. So I'm like, I'll take it all day long, forever and ever.
And it's not just like tucked into some research journal. These are gold star research journals. Is that there's a term that they use where like you don't pay, like our company does not pay to publish this research. Like the research is published because it's that good. Is it gold star? Gold? You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what
Okay, so anyway, it's a very important thing to know because if you talk to doctors and other things, they only go with research journals that pick their own research, and it's not, provided to them through companies. And that's what our research is. And it's research on everything. It's like pregnant people and in cancer recovery patients. Like, it's just it's important stuff.
Yeah, they're working on one right now that's about anti-aging.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And it was just, they talked about it, and it's just with the fruits, the veggies, and the berries. And it's going to come out in 2020, and I'm really, really excited because, like, I've been in this for 4 years. Jenna, how long have you been in it? 4 years?
Yeah.
And we've been around people that have been in this business for, like, 25 years. And, wow. It's like they're doing the Benjamin Button effect, like they're aging back.
So
like, how old are you? And they're like, I'm 67 and I'm out snowboarding and da da da. And I'm like, wait, what? That's nuts. It's pretty cool. So this is like the good, better, best. So you have
yeah. So this is just kind of my idea of like the different packages that we have and what you need. So to get the capsules, the basic package is just the trio capsules and 1 shake a day. You can get the trios and the omega and then 1 shake a day, and then, or you can have it all, and you can have the trios, the omega, 2 shakes a day. It's really based on what you find will be the best thing for you.
Yeah.
And it's at the bottom, but kids eat free with a supporting adult. So if you have kids in your life or your neighbor's kids or your grandchildren, you know, anyone can be sponsored.
It's pretty cool that they do that.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's it. I'm going to stop the